Alrighty, hello and welcome everyone to tonight's game. We're going to have, let me transition you all over, the Sinaloa Fury versus Philadelphia Fright tonight. Hopefully an exciting game. Sinaloa is, last I saw them, really strong team, although they did just get clapped last night, so they're coming off a bit of a mental slump. We'll see if they can rally. And Philadelphia Fright have been kicking it the last couple of weeks. So I'm excited for tonight's game. Potentially going to be a long one. So I've got my assortment of snacks. I have guacamole and chips and grapes and water. I apologize for the chip noises, but I don't feel sorry enough to stop eating the chips. So you're just going to have to deal with that delicious audio quality right there. You have time to go get a snack because it looks like we don't have a full lobby quite yet. Quite yet. I think we're waiting for some of Philadelphia's players. Looks like Sinaloa is here in mass, so I'm gonna tell them to. I don't want them to ask me if I'm on or whatever. Let's go and start the routine profile inspection. Looks like Sinaloa's got their full lineup with It's Josh on main tank, coming in at Diamond, and Applesauce, I believe, is their Masters tank. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Wasn't he at Masters at one point? Or was this all lies, I was told? Someone was talking him up. Maybe on a different account. No. I must have misremembered. I don't think this guy's ever touched Masters. Okay, so double diamond. Tank line gone, who is a plat DPS. Ooh, diamond now. Never mind. Diamond DPS. Relentless, aka Reckless. Sorry if I mix those up. Coming in on his Scrim account, so they won't let me investigate his profile, but I can tell you that they are a Diamond DPS specializing in McCree, Widow, and Ashe, mostly a hit scan player. Probably because they're not showing us their actual win rate. Their win rate's pretty bad on all those characters. Would be my guess. Maybe they've fallen. Hack CMP coming in at the support. Looks like that is, ooh, that's a pretty high support player. Dang, yo. A lot of Baptiste Anna. Oof, that's rough, man. And then Kahlua in the support slot as well, coming in plat, tank, silver, everything else. Kahlua was their main tank. I wonder if they're just not in the right order here. We'll find out. Then it looks like we've got a full lineup coming in for Philadelphia Fright. Weedy here, I believe, is Diamond. Yes, Diamond tank. Young gonna win. Coming in at Diamond for tank as well. Sinister coming in at the DPS slot with a nice gold DPS. Looks like rocking the Flyers. Ronin coming in as a Masters DPS, mostly focusing on hit scan. Let's look at this Widow win rate. Oof, nice. Let's look at it. Weapon accuracy. Pretty good. Where's the critical? Scoped accuracy is 49%. Critical hit accuracy is 20%. That's pretty decent. Miller with that private profile, and then Rabbits Warriors coming in unplaced, but it looks like was a gold support, silver support, and silver everything else. Nice, nice. We're gonna be starting this. What game is it? Hold on. What game? What week are we on? What week are we on? Shit. It is. Oh god, I can't read that. Let's bring the roster up. Is a week 4 game, I think? Everything has been delayed a lot because people are struggling to get teams together, so I don't remember what week we're supposed to be on anymore. But I think this is a week 4 game. Alright. Well, while we wait, I'm going to hop you guys back to this screen so that I can watch the chat and see what is up. So, looks like we are just waiting for a swapsies. Oh, it looks like we are actually going to have JJ be coming in instead of Sinister. Let's go back here. We can do some, I think this is a plat gold DPS. Whoop, and there we go. Off and running into the streets of Busan. We're going to be starting here on, I forget what this map is called. Temple? Shrine?
Initiating match.
drum. The drum map. With Mr. Turtle Gator. Never realized that was a turtle before. They have no turtle on this drum. Turtle on this drum. Alright. Pretty low skybox on this map, so we'll see probably no flyers, but maybe they'll surprise me.
Ready for battle.
Looks like we have a Winston. Applesauce not gonna pick Gone. Gonna go on the Tracer. Reckless. I'm gonna mix their names because I'm gonna try to say Relentless, but Reckless is their name, so sorry if I screwed that up. Reckless on the Torb. Hax EMP on the Ana. Kahlua on the Lucio. It looks like Reckless actually is gonna go over to the Echo. Apple has yet to pick a character. They're gonna go with the Zarya. They're gonna be running into a Rhine Zarya for Philadelphia Fright with a Sim, McCree, Bap, Lucio. Lucio falling behind, trying to get the Sim there. Reckless already dangerously low, had to back up a bit. It's Joss also getting dangerously low. Ooh, Diana's desperately trying to keep it up, is going to jump to point to try and get out of the line of fire. Sort of the mini high ground goes to Philadelphia Fright. This man is 50 HP and a dream. Nice heals for Ana, but does cost their life. Young gonna win, cleaning up Hax EMP. Immortality does come out from Miller. We need dangerously low there. Both tanks dangerously low, forced to heal. We're gonna get on top of the drum to get a slightly better angle on terms of healing, and it looks like with Young gonna win and Ronan just steamrolling through the team, this first cap is going to go to Philadelphia Fright. Seeing some swaps, it's Josh swapping onto the Reinhardt off of the Winston. And then pausing here to discuss something or to type something. We don't really have any ults. The closest one we are to is going to be Pulse Bomb coming out from Gone, the window from Miller, and then the High Noon from Ronan. Gone just being annoying on this point, trying to get them to draw back. Josh is going to just run in there. Pulse Bomb comes out, doesn't find much of anything. The Immortality as well as Bubble being there. However, High Noon does manage to find Gone, as well as Young gonna win with a shatter onto it's Josh. Young gonna win also just like steamrolling through this team. That is 3 kills. Some tactical crouching there, is gonna get slept for his trouble, but we appreciate the confidence anyways. Witty almost at grab. We almost have a wall coming out here from JJ Hoops, as well as a beat from Rabbit Warrior. Should we need it on the other side, we really only have the Nano to work with. Might get grab in this fight, but probably not fast enough. Grab does come out, and it looks like Young gonna win is gonna just smack, but Applesauce has been nanoed, is going to chuck the grab after getting 1 kill. Gone coming back on the Hanzo is gonna get JJ Hoops after Weedy does get it's Josh, although they are gonna back up to point. 70% on this capture point. It is getting close to last fight territory. Young gonna win does have shatter, is coming back from spawn. Applesauce is on point with Kahlua on Lucio. Weedy getting dangerously low here, is gonna back up into the Immortality, the loving arms of his support. Young gonna win, did hit the shatter, as well as the wall coming out from JJ Hoops to further defend the point, but the beat coming out for Sinaloa Fury does manage to keep them up and help them sustain through this fight, and it does look like with Gone, and it's Josh doing the damage that needs to be done. This is going to be a swap, but they can probably get it to 99 before the cap goes off, which means it is one more fight for them to win. However, Philadelphia Fright doesn't have much to work with. They have the High Noon and the window. Meanwhile, Sinaloa Fury does have the Shatter, they have the Dragon, they have the High Noon, and they have the Nano from Hax EMP. Dragon is going to come out from Gone, is going to manage to find Rabbit's Warrior on the transition, then Gone is also going to manage to find Miller, that's both supports down, and then probably Ronan going down to Applesauce with a lot of assist from Gone. And that is a continued hold here. Good value for one ultimate from the get-go. See if they manage to regroup. They are getting, I mean, Gone hasn't hit a shot yet, so I don't know they realize, but they do see. But they are going to just teleport to avoid any sort of pick potential, I think. They know he's farming this angle, and they're going to, it's a good job on Young Gonna Win to shepherd his team through that choke. High Noon is going off in the back, as well as a window. Does manage to get the window, does manage to find Applesauce. Gun is in the backline, although, and has managed to kill JJ on the Sim, as well as getting the Immortality. Window is still up. Miller is actually shooting out Gone here. Has a nice angle where he can't really get much. It's Josh did manage to find the pick onto Young Gonna Win as well as to Ronan. Ronan did manage, or Miller managed to get Gone in the back, but it's Josh is going to just smack Weedy. Not enough support presence to keep the tanks up with the dueling happening with Gone on the flank. They're going to push up really far into this little point. Weedy does almost have a grab here, but there isn't much to combo with. It can just swing into it. They don't have beat for it, but they do have Nano on the side of Sinaloa. Grab is going to come out. The Nano is going to come out onto Applesauce. Ronan is going to get the pick, although on to Hacks EMP on the Anna. Beat comes out in response to the counter, but it's not going to be enough to survive the grab dragon. Beat also comes out for Sinaloa Fury from Kahlua. That's going to be 3 ults to clean up last fight, the high noon to finish it all off. And that is actually going to go to Sinaloa Fury. From a 99, 0 and 99 to 199. Good job, Sinaloa, for turning that one all around. And then we are going to be here on City, or Downtown, I think is the official name. It's not City Center. City Center is Oasis. This is Downtown. Nice long sightlines. Let's see if anyone picks up. Looks like Gon's going to stick with the Hanzo. I don't think anyone's going to pick up the Widow. Looks like both hit scan players are going to stick on the McCree. JJ Hoop's actually going over to the Echo, and it looks like Young's going to be on the Rhine. Okay, thought about Diva, is going to stick on the Rhine. Ooh, we do have a Widow coming out. Let's cast or curse this Widowmaker. It's my favorite thing to do, in addition to blocking people and watching them cry. Alright. No shots coming out there, as there is a nice quick rotation. 2 point from Sinaloa Fury is trying to get this low ground angle to do some damage, but again, that was a dink, but not a headshot. Just kind of poking them out, forcing them to play hard cover here, be aware of the Widowmaker. Meanwhile, the slap fight happening on point has claimed the life, but as soon as I get off of Ronan's perspective, he gets a headshot as well as a body shot. Relentless does manage to clean up JJ Hoops. Kaloa got the pick on Young Gonna Win, who is going to get rezzed by Rabbit Warrior, but Relentless is going to kill Ronan, with Weedy going down to Applesauce. It's just got Miller, and then Applesauce and Relentless, both Rabbits and Young. That's going to be a first cap going to Sinaloa and a continued hold. They do have High Noon ready for next fight, as well as a Nano. Almost had Shatter for the side of Philadelphia Fright, as well as at a window. Let's see. Taking a nice off angle here with this Widowmaker. Ooh, did get dinked, isn't gonna find much. Shatter does come out from It's Josh with the Nano onto Zarya. Counter Shatter does come out, doesn't manage to find much of anything. Ronan did get the pick onto It's Josh as soon as I left their perspective, because the caster is gonna get another pick through that window onto Reckless, forcing Sinaloa to back off of it as they are outnumbered on this point. Trying to just hold it for a little bit, contest it a little longer. Beat does come out, and they're gonna go back in and contest the beat, but the point did flip. Both grabs coming out, but Dragon Strike is on one side. That is going to be a triple kill. Grab Dragon is still good. Immortality is still there, but Ronan is just going to clap. And he actually hits one shot when I'm on the perspective. Gets a kill when I'm on the perspective. This is the dread of the caster curse. It means I really want to highlight these really skilled Widow players, but I feel like anytime I watch them, they just never hit a shot. I almost feel guilty. Ooh! Proving me wrong. Proving me wrong. Sniper superiority. They do also almost have Shatter as well as Copy on the side of Philadelphia Fright. Probably going to go for a Copy this fight if they can. There is, however, a High Noon on the side of Sinaloa Fury, and they are very aware that the Widowmaker is here, waiting for them to turn around and try and push through this low ground point. Also that the entire team is aware of them pressing. Ooh, Kahlua is going to try and harass. Not the best idea. Window coming out, as well as the duplicate onto the Reinhardt is going to get stunned. And then it looks like Miller gets one kill onto Applesauce. Ronan's going to get the EMP. Copy is still up, is about to... Ooh, Copy is going to just die off. Nice, just a lap fight. I think the presence of the Widowmaker is really causing them problems. They're forced to play these off angles, and they can't really deal with their Kahlua going all the way around to try and harass the Widow. Meant they were not present for their team in that fight. That is not a lot of healing, but it is definitely a noticeable amount of healing when your Lucio is no longer around you. Shatter here is going to be big. That's 3 people on the ground. Immortality comes out to try and protect them as well as the lamp, but the beat is there to counter the lamp, and we are just going to W key into this team with some Echo Juice and some wheaty left clicks. And that is going to look like point 2. They're looking for this. They know applesauce is there. Can't touch. It is 1-1 here on Busan. Exciting as that max segment goes to the Philadelphia Fright.
1-1. Ready for battle.
Alright, we are on Mecha Base, a last map segment and the deciding factor of who's going to win the first map of this match. Looks like we're going to be sticking with the Ryan Zarias. Both teams have seemed to be favoring tonight, with Gone on the Hanzo, Reckless on the McCree, Hax EMP going off the Ana onto the Baptiste, Kalua on the Lucio. Again, Ryan Zarya. Looks like we have the Echo sticking around, as well as Ronan on the McCree, Miller on the Baptiste, and Rabbits on the Lucio. Speed boost out of spawn, going over to the high ground, as is the typical rollout for this map, making sure no stragglers. Rotating into the team to meet them. Already getting dangerously low. Heals coming out from Rabbits, but will it be enough? Immortality did come out from both sides. Both Immortalities are down. Reckless is, however, going to go down to JJ, but Gon did manage to get the pick on to Ronan. Quick shatter coming out from Young Gonna Win. That was huge. That's going to get 4 picks off of that shatter. This man just smacking the enemy team in the face, giving them an early advantage. And that is a cleanup and a quick first cap. It does mean that they are now down in shatter. Well, it's Josh is at 72%. Miller almost has window, although, but is going to be taking the long walk back from spawn. Meanwhile, JJ is pretty low here and is getting poked out quite a bit. Miller's got them in their loving embrace, and the stickies do hurt very much. Windows coming out on both sides, but Applesauce and Haxie and P do look like they have the advantage. It's Josh also getting a pick off the window, and Applesauce getting another pick. Gone getting the final pick, and it's just Ronan here. Gets cleaned up pretty quick, and that is a quick fight win for Sinaloa. These fights have been pretty clean thus far. They do have Shatter as well as Dragon Strike, or when they come to point next. Meanwhile, the Fright really don't have much to push with. Young Gonna Win, Dangerous Low, forced to back off, is going to go down to Gone, and it's Josh. Looks like they're going to be able to hold the Shatter. Gone also getting the retaliatory pick onto Ronan. Not retaliatory, just the pick. Woo. Reposition on the high ground. We have High Noon, and we have Beat coming into this, but we really want to save Beat for the grab that they should know they have at this point. Meanwhile, Sinaloa has like 5 ults. Grab's going to come out, as well as Dragon Strike, the Beat, and the Immortality there. The High Noon also for flavor means that that's going to be a team kill. They did use quite a lot of ults. They still have Shatter as well as Beat for the next fight, but they are coming up. The enemy team almost has Grab. They have Shatter. They almost have Copy. They have the High Noon. So they're going to try and push the high ground this time. Pushing out into them. Window comes out. Immortality comes out, and Insurance from the window. Applesauce taking a cheeky position on the high ground, trying to do some damage. Is going to help them get Young Gonna Win, and then they're going to Shatter off of that to clean that up. Even though they'd already won that fight, JJ Hoops and Weedy both dying before the Shatter came out, means they only have Beat for next fight. And Philadelphia Fright, it is last fight territory though, so they are going to be quite desperate to get to point. They are, looks like Kalua, no, just running back. Coming underneath here. Grab comes out from Weedy, the Beat coming out from Kalua. Pin does manage to find anything. Beat coming out from JJ who copied the Lucio, but Grab came out. Grab, Dragon Strike coming out, and that looks like that's going to be a close fight, but Sinaloa is going to manage to edge on ahead and take the first map. Nice job, Sinaloa.
Play of the game.
I really like nanoing Applesauce. Poor Sorry, it's Josh. Just passed over, my dude.
Double kill.
Yeah, but those grab dragon combos are quite good. Nice healing, Miller. Alright, let's update the score. We are 1 to Sinaloa right now. First map over and done with. It is now Philadelphia Fright's map pick. They can choose any map type from the selected map pool for the week. The map pool, since this is a week 4 game. Wait. This is a week 4 game. Because it's a delayed game, right? Yeah, this is a week 4 game. We were supposed to play on Lijiang. Whoops! Yeah, because this game was delayed to week 5, which it currently is week 5 in the season. But, you know, this technically was a game that was supposed to be played last week. I mean, I don't know what map pool they're going with, since I don't know if they're aware that they're supposed to be pulling from week 4 maps or from week 5 map, I guess. Or they're going to pull from week 5 maps because they don't know. I mean, yeah, that's gonna... I mean, Assault's always the same, so they could pick Anubis, Volscara, Hanamura for 2 CP. Escort for both weeks, they have Dorado as an option. And Gibraltar. If they go with week 4, they'll have Route 66 and Rialto. If they go with week 5, they're going to have Havana and Junkertown. Hybrids, the one that's across the 2 weeks, is Blizzard World, or if they go with week 4, it's going to be Hollywood or Numbani. Week 5, it's going to be Eichenwalde or Kings Row. We'll see what they decide to go with. Looks like we're having some swap. Sinister coming in for JJ. So we just wait for them to pick a map. It looks like Weedy does know what the map pool is supposed to be, and they're going to pick Route 66. Which is a week 4 escort map available to them. Are they going to ask me if I'm ready? Or, I don't know. I always am scared to swap it back to the other screen and, Charlie is asking if the Sinaloa is attack or defense first. What? I mean, they're the home team. This is a little scuffed. Anyways, looks like we are waiting for, oh, never mind. It's gonna come out immediately. And they are going to ask me. I'm glad I am watching, because otherwise that would be bad.
Traveling
So we enter
to
into Route 66.
Initiating match.
Angle the camera here so you guys get a nice scenic view of Big Earl's gas station. Wonder who Earl is in the lore. Is there lore about Earl? What's his life story? We'll see. Route 66 is an interesting escort map. It's pretty flat. There's sort of high ground in the second choke, and then it goes to a very tight, like, last phase. So, all this wide open space, pretty sniper favored, pretty, flyer favored, for at least the first bit. Looks like the attackers already know what they're going to do. We have Weedy on the Zarya. Young gonna win on the Rhine. Sinister going over to the Hanzo. Ronan on the McCree. Miller on the Bap. Rabbits on the Lucio. Looks like for the defense, we do also have a Rhine Zarya. Gone sticking with that Hanzo they were rocking last map. Reckless going over, ooh, maybe making a swap decision. Swap decision going over to the McCree off the Ash, maybe? Guessing a McCree. Yeah, McCree. Haxi MP on the Baptiste and Kahlua on the Lucio. Let's stick with Young Gonna Win and see where they decide to do this first push. Some spam coming out from Gone on the Hanzo. Not gonna amount to too much, but did get him a little bit of ult charge. It's gonna take this cave route, kind of just poking them out from the side. Nice off angle, makes it difficult for Young to fully protect their team. Young is actually going to go down to Reckless here after Gun gets the pick onto Rabbit's Warriors. Weedy does get its Josh, but Gun is going to clean up the other two DPS, as well as Reckless getting the pick onto Miller, and Applesauce finally killing Weedy. Nice early payload stop here on the first point of Route 66, but Gun's gonna get cocky and gonna get picked from spawn by Sinister. Young coming out around the corner, trying to make some aggression off of that early pick, is gonna go down pretty much immediately. The support just wasn't there. The man just got chunked. Rabbit Warriors and Miller pretty far back. Looks like they're trying to play careful from the snipers, meaning that Young is kind of out to dry whenever he goes around that corner. Haxi P is going to get a nice final goodbye pick onto Ronan as they back up and reset. Let's follow Miller and see what's up with the support line. Almost have window, so they're going to bounce up here on top of the train. They do know that Gone is there. Want to be on this high ground, but they're so far back that they're having trouble connecting the shots. Immortality comes out super early because they can't follow them. I mean, they're hitting it now. Window comes out. Nice shatter coming out from Young. The high noon also going to make it happen. Applesauce did grab, but where the grab went, I'm not entirely sure. Now it is just a matter of cleaning people up. Looks like Reckless is going to get out on very low HP. Sick shatter from Young. Through the window. That was also grab, so there is nothing to follow combo with this Dragon Strike, but they're still really gonna have a good chance. Ooh, if he doesn't get stunned and just destroyed there. Miller with the window on Cart. Going to do a lot of DPS onto people on top of Big Girl's gonna get the pick onto Reckless. Weedy getting the pick onto It's Just Young, gonna get the pick onto Kahlua, and Applesauce going down to Ronan with some help from Miller. Gonna get this Cart through the doors, but it looks like they want to go up, but Cart, yo, as the man pauses to type something.
You're fully hit.
Then he realizes the payload is in fact an important objective. Is going to immortality the payload because Lord knows it needs to survive. Meanwhile, while Miller's having his own personal show, a Dragon Strike has been cast, does manage to find any kill. Sinister does manage to find Reckless. It's Josh and Young gonna win a changing blows. Grab coming out. Beat to counter. It's Justice gonna get the pick onto Sinister. No picks coming off of that grab. Beat is enough to save people. Young getting very low. Shatter comes out, doesn't manage to find anything. Immortality actually on a people instead of a Cart today. High note coming out from Ronan is gonna manage to find two. Kahlua is going to get the beat kill on to Young, but Ronan here with the 5 is just going to take this team on his back and carry them. Oh, it's clean. It's clean, man. On fire, sir. Let's stick with Ronan and see if they can do that play one more time. Almost here through second point. There is a shatter on the enemy side with Sinaloa coming out with the shatter. Getting dangerously low, though. Positioning under. Wants to do the flash ban. Misses the flash ban. Immortality does, in fact, come out to save both Hacks, EMP, and It's Josh. And then it's just going to whiff every single shot. Man, this man has the worst case of caster curse. I'm so sorry, sir. I want to spectate you, but I feel like every time I do it, your skill tanks down. I'm so sorry. He does have high noodle, though. Let's give this man a break. It's Josh coming out with the shatter. There is also a wombo combo in the works for Sinaloa Fury, but they are pushing into 2 support ults, as well as a high noon from Ronan, who is going to die to Hacks EMP. Shatter is also ready for Young, gonna win. Is gonna be forced to back up into the loving arms of Miller and their immortality as they're dangerously low and is going to get picked. Haxi MP getting a nice pick onto Young. And they're going to be forced to reset right at the choke here for the start of the third phase on Route 66. No ultimates needed for that fight. Nice for them. It means they almost have a window here as well as a high noon. Gon's also going to get a nice pick on to Sinister. Stormer meaning they just did a shit ton of damage there. Is going to be a choice. Window coming out from Rabbits as well as the Dragon Strike. Immortality and Beat, meaning they survive both of that. Josh is going to shatter as well as Young. But Weedy and Ronan get the pick. Young also getting the pick onto Relentless. It looks like the Philadelphia Fright are in fact going to come out of this fight on top. He's just applesauce alive and he is dangerously low. Is going to get picked there. Kahlua coming out to try and save him, but not quite fast enough. They still have a grab here. They have their own Wombo combo ready to go, but they will also, Sinaloa will still have Beat as well as, they have Immortality, so grab comes out, Beat comes out. Man doesn't use Immortality, is going to use Immortality at the last minute because it's not fast enough to save Kahlua. That is one support down. Reckless did manage to get the pick onto Ronan with the high noon. Shatter is here. Shatter comes out. That is 5 people on the ground. Double fire site kill, and then Applesauce gets pinned and then cleaned up. Young was like, "Thou shalt not kill me today, and I will also cap this point while I'm at it, sir." That was a sick shatter, dude. Good patience to wait for the bubble to go away from Applesauce.
0-3. Switching sides.
Switching sides. All right, let's see if they defend as well as they attacked.
Match.
Wee. Back to big girls. Let's see what these teams decide to pick. They're both really liking the Zarya Hanzo. I mean, it is a really good like fight-winning guarantee. As I say that, it looks like they might be swapping onto a completely different comp. Roast Maria. Deadstock has just redeemed a channel point reward. My roast of Maria. Maria's one of those people who's super nice and super sweet. And sometimes I don't think she realizes that, and maybe it's just she's too nice to say that people are dicks around her, but there are a lot of dicks around her and some of her friends. Oof.
5, 4,
Oof, oof.
3,
Sometimes I think she's too nice and the
1.
people near her are bad. I don't know if that's a roast of Maria. She has poor choice in friends sometimes. Alright, looks like Ronan's coming out on the Widowmaker, but we are going to have double sniper here with the double shield, as well as a Baptiste Mercy here. We also have the Ryan Zarya coming out on the attack, gone on the Hanzo, Reckless on the McCree. Weedy on the low ground, looks like going to be repositioning. Oh, Reckless does manage to get the pick onto Young, also going to pin onto Miller. It's Kahlua going down to Weedy, but that is a lot of the team down. Gone also going to get the pick onto... God gets 3! And that is just Philadelphia folding.
Hello. Hey. Hello. Hey there. Hey.
Alright, they're just chilling on point. Almost have a high noon here for Reckless. Not much in the tank for Philadelphia. For the closest thing there are 2 is sights, which, well, useful isn't that useful. And I feel like I'm caster cursing this man like crazy. Let's get off his perspective. And then watch him hit a nice shot as soon as I leave his perspective, proving me right and making me, it's not a superstition, it's in fact a fact. I have high noon almost here, and this man is going to want to get it in position. Weedy does drop, is going to get dangerous low, forced to use his E. Flash is going to come out, and then it's going to be death. And then we're going to high noon the pub for fun, for panic. Gon is also going to get the pick onto Ronan. Rabbits has managed to get the res onto Weedy. Hack CP, however, is going to get Rabbits off of that. Immortality out, Immortality dead. And then we are just going to walk onto this team with Gon, and it's Josh having a great time. Almost have a wombo combo here, as well as have a window just in case it goes south. Looks like we are swapping back onto a Brian Zarya over here. Sinister almost at Dragon, but there is not going to be a grab for a while. Miller is also only 72 to Window, so that's not going to be there. Window coming out here, as well as a Dragon Strike. Nice kill onto the Immortality. That means that is going to be 3 going down to the Dragon. And we have 5 minutes and 30 seconds, and we are at second point. Alright. Here we go.
Hello. Payload's moving.
We're just waiting on the cart. Let's go up with It's Josh. She is standing there holding M2 skillfully. Does have Shatter to play for. Gon is going to get a nice pick onto Ronan. But Window is going to come out for Philadelphia, as well as the Immortality. They're going to have to LOS that window and back off. Wait for it to go down. No kills off of it, although Kahlua also just got beat. Rabbits is going to get Gonal, though. So where that happened, Shatter coming out isn't going to find anything. Unfortunate, Josh. It's also very low. Reckless is going to find Sinister. Ronan is going to find Hack's EMP. Ooh, gone back. But Young is just going to roll over the team. And that is going to be a Shatter get. We do also have a Dragon Strike ready and waiting, as well as a High Noon pretty much ready. I mean, Grav is getting there. If the fight goes really well, may get it this fight, may get it next fight. Probably next fight. Shatter a shield, unfortunate, angry hammer shakes there. High Noon coming out from Ronan. Oop. Ronan is going to get 2 with that High Noon. Nice. Immortality also coming out. Doing some dinks onto Applesauce. Missed the headshot. Just, there we go. Rabbit's got you, man. He's going to get dangerously low. Oh, God. He's going to get healed up a little bit by Miller. Managed to back off and regroup. Now they have Le Wombo combo. Let's stick with Weedy and see where they put this grab. Grab is just going to go smack down in the center. Immortality and Beat coming out to save them from it. Gon is going to get Rabbit Warriors in all of that fray. Counter is going to come out. Ronan is going to get the pick on to Applesauce, but that is going to be a fight win for Sinaloa for going down to the Grab Dragon combo. They still have Shatter to play for. Ronan is going to get the pick onto Kahlua, though, before finally going down to Reckless. Window comes out, do the fire strike. Shatter comes out, doesn't look like it found anyone? Hard to tell. Beat comes out, and then it's just massive. It's just huge, and Sinister with the damage to help clean it up. It's just, he's just so good. He hit one shield. We'll forgive that one. We'll forgive the last one, but that one was fight saving. And meanwhile, Gon is still here and is still shooting at the team as they like heal up and regroup. And it looks like both teams are pretty tense towards typing. High Noon coming out from Ronan as they run away into this room. Ooh, is gonna get 2 off that. Applesauce and Kahlua both going down. The Immortality was killed. Nice pick by Weedy, but is going to get cleaned up by Reckless, who is going to position onto this high ground. Looks like he wants to be there. Now he's gone back out and regroup. Try and get back with his team. Rabbits is chasing a little bit. Weedy has found him. Weedy is going to get the pick, but Weedy might die here themselves. Yeah, Weedy does go down to Hack's EMP. Alright. Let's see. Sinister doing some nice damage in the front, but is going to get picked by Gon with some help from Applesauce. Is Josh going to want to hit the Shatter? Waiting for the shield to go down. Immortality is out. Shatter does come down. That is, this time, people on the ground. That is 2 going down, but then the grab comes out, as well as the Dragon Strike. Reckless is going to get a high noon pick. Sinister is going to get the pick onto Hack CMP, and then Weedy is also just going to clean up off of the grab dragon. And that is a continued hold for it. And that 5-minute, 30-second time bank that they started with is now down to 1 minute, less than Philadelphia Fright finished with. So Philadelphia Fright actually in a really good position right now for this map. It is 60 seconds remaining. They are at Wombo Combo, although, and Rabbits does not have beat to save them from it. They gotta play pretty split. We have an aggressive beat going in. They're gonna want to grab. They're gonna want to grab. Pin goes wide. It is both tanks in the grab. The immortality is there, although kill the immortality, and that is 3 down. And this looks like this is going to be a fight win for them. Grab Dragons is simply too good.
Round 2 complete.
And you're going to finish with 1 minute exactly on the clock. Well, 30 seconds, but it gets rounded up to 1 minute.
3-3.
Alright.
Initiating match.
What is it, cat? What do you want? Hello. Alright. We go back to Big Earls, where it all began. Exciting map thus far. Both team... Excuse you, game? Invisible walls. Alright, back in it at Big Earls. I'm gonna start with Sinaloa on the attack. It looks like they're going to be running a Ryan Zarya with a Hanzo and then Bastion. XEMP and Kahlua on the Baptiste Lucio, which both teams have been running. Looks like Philadelphia Fright's also be running the Ryan Zarya with Hanzo McCree. And then Miller, not Miller, on the Baptiste. Rabbits on the Lucio. Looks like Reckless is going to swap actually to the McCree off of the Bastion. Let's stick with It's Josh for the beginning of this and see where they decide to make this push. They have 60 seconds to get it as far as they can. Looks like Josh is going to push the cart. Well, Applesauce maybe took some high ground. Nope, dropped down. Their positions here on Big Girls are going to drop pretty early. Kahlua in the back is dangerously low. Leaving Hack CMP to kind of do all the healing for his team. Did manage to get the pick on the Immortality allowed. It's just to pick onto Young. Reckless is also going to get the pick onto Rabbit Warriors. They are continuing to push through. Looks like the rest of the Philadelphia Fright are just going to try and back out, except for Sinister, who's going to try and duel on half HP. That's not a good decision. Gonna try and back on regroup for another contest. 10 seconds remaining. They're gonna try and get, ooh, nice fire strike kill onto Kahlua. They are on this point. Gonna try and get it to overtime here. Is gonna die to the flash fan from Reckless, and then Gon is going to clean up. Weedy, the immortality is good. We are in overtime. That is a .1 capture, although. And that is probably going to be bad spawn for a fair few of the Philadelphia Fright. Let's see where they're at. Yeah, they're all the way back. Oof. It is going to take them a while to get there. And that is time for the Sinaloa Fury to push it forward. What is it, cat? Alright. Oop. Gon is going to get the pick onto Sinister, but not before Young gonna win is going to get the pick there. Dragon Strike comes out, doesn't manage to find anything, does force the team into an awkward position. Reckless is getting the pick off of that. High Noon is coming out from Ronan, forcing them to hide around cards. Shatter comes out from Young, is going to manage to get several on the ground, but the counter shatter is big. It's Josh who's going to just smack Young. That is going to be death. And it is just Miller and Ronan here. Ronan is going to get the pick onto Gon. Sinister coming back, and then we're gonna go to the pause screen. We're gonna go to the pause screen. This is our 11th pause this season. Previously, we've made some lovely progress on this collage, this beautiful monstrosity that we have all made together. And I would love to make further progress on it with your guys' help. So if you have any suggestions, basically what this is I take suggestions from the chat for items to put on this screen, and then at the end of the season I will take this and make it into a PNG of a collage of all the wonderful times we experienced where the games have been paused this season, and then post it at the end of the season. Cat, I'm really trying to do something. I know you don't understand, but this is a whole thing that I do. I know it looks like I'm just sitting here and talking to myself, but I promise I'm not that crazy yet. There's always the opportunity to become that crazy, but not yet. Actually, I do think I have a history of Alzheimer's or dementia in my family on my father's side, but my mother's side is fine, so we'll see. That's just a roll of the genetic dice. I did have my, I was DNA tested at one point when I was very, very, very small, because I was a preemie and my mom had had several miscarriages, so I was high risk for, she's also pretty old when she had me, so I was high risk for a lot of genetic diseases, so I think I was, scanned as it may be, and I don't know where the results for that went. Whoops! Looks like we are going to actually go back. Let's get back to the game. Miller DC'd and is back. Guess it's good they used their window there because they didn't lose any ult charge. They're almost at point 2. And Philadelphia Fright is struggling to find any way to stop this momentum. High Noon coming out from Reckless is going to find 3 with that. As they desperately wipe on point. Reckless is going to go AFK for a little bit there. They do have grab for next fight. This is a very impressive push for 1 minute. Philadelphia Fright not looking as good as they were at the start of this round. Chilling on cart, waiting for it to move. It is starting to move through the choke. They do have Wombo combo. This is fight ending here. However, they have beat, but they don't have the immortality from hacks anymore. Speed grab. It is a fat grab. The beat comes out. And that is going to be a quadruple kill off of that grab dragon. Now it is just a matter of cleaning up hacks, EMP, and gone. And there's a shatter. They just went fucking flying. And that's all it's gonna, as far as it's gonna go in terms of, ooh, cat, no. Cat, this is my food. This is not a toy. This is what I desperately eat in between maps because it's dinner time, my time. Cat, I swear to God, leave the food alone. Anyways, that was a very nice grab by Weedy and good for Sinister for being able to play it off. But that is a really impressive push for 1 minute. Sinaloa Fury has to be pretty fucking pleased with themselves for that attack. Now,
Ready for battle.
Philadelphia gets a chance to see if they can push it that far and farther in 2 minutes and 17 seconds. I'm going to desperately eat a chip while my cat is on the floor. And I am starving.
Attackers
Cat,
incoming
can you not?
in 30 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop
Alright.
the payload.
Standard Ryan Zari coming out from both sides. Pretty much mirror comps, actually.
Fully healed. Check this out.
Ronan is going to get the flash fan onto Gone. He went the same, try a sneaky route that he went the last round. And they were wise to it this time. I know they're all on top of big girls, and it's just a case of spamming them out. They are going to have to drop soon to try and contest this. Immortality coming out on the high ground. That is a pretty sick immortality placement. Allowing them to contest contest. It's Josh is going to get the pick onto Young, going to win. They are going to drop off of that pick. As Miller also going down. Ronan trying to get some last picks before getting cleaned up. Rabbit's also going down to Applesauce along with Weedy. Not good. We're down to 1 minute and 13 seconds. Oof. And that is a late pick onto Miller. Long sneaks we do. Ooh, that's even worse. Don't get picked by the Hanzo.
Make you feel better.
60 seconds remaining.
60 seconds remaining. They have a window on the side of Sinaloa Fury. How much else to play for? Oh, do. There's no window here? No, they want to. They're thinking about it. Window is going to go down. Forces the team to play around line of sight. Immortality comes out super early. Counter window coming out from Miller. High noon coming out from Ronan. Is not going to find much of anything, but does a lot of damage. But Hack CMP and Gon are going to pick onto Young and Miller. This went from looking like a really good map for Philadelphia to potentially looking like another Sinaloa win.
10 seconds.
Ooh, grab comes out from Apple, is going to get stunned in the middle of it. I don't know if it went exactly where he planned, but it is just clean up. Nice shatter coming out from Josh. Or not Josh, Young, excuse me. Swapped the teams in my brain. Ronan getting some cleanup picks off of that, and it looks like they are going to continue to push forward in overtime. They know Clue is up there. He wants it, he misses the shot. It's very hard to hit that frog, man. Sinister coming, ooh, but he comes back in. He gets cleaned up for it. Payload has reached the checkpoint. It is still in overtime, although so there won't be any time bank given here in this round of the game. They're just going to have to sit and play cart. Weedy does have grab, but they swapped off of Hanzo. They're going to swap back to Hanzo for this phase, so there is no combo here. Dragon Strike is going to come in, as well as the High Noon from Reckless. Immortality is there. Immortality is down. Doesn't manage to find anything. Beat coming out from Rabbit's. Window coming out. The grab coming out from Weedy, and it looks like they're just going to wipe them off of that grab. Just doing as much damage as they could through it. They do have Beat for next fight on the side of Sinaloa and will potentially get another contest on this phase of the map, but it is looking pretty good for Philadelphia Fright. Had a touch and go start, but they are managing to rally at this second point. They do have Shatter here, and Young is playing aggressively up. You can tell this man wants to Shatter. Shatter does come out, doesn't manage to find anything, is going to get picked off of it. Ronan does manage to get the High Noon kill onto Gon. It's Josh. Whiffs the charge, but he does have Shatter here. Shatter is going to come out, is going to kill Sinister. Applesauce getting the pick, and that is going to be enough to get them off cart. Sinaloa is going to win Route 66. That's going to put them up 2 on the Philadelphia Fright.
Play of the game.
Unfortunate that that Shatter missed. Yeah, Ronan had some sick High Noons all game. Ooh, and the return. Ooh! Ooh! Oh yeah, this is where you got 5. I remember now. Haxi and P with the healing. Oof! Nice, nice. Alright, let's adjust the score.
Epic.
Alright. Go back to this lovely screen. While we wait for Philadelphia Fright to pick the next map of the evening. It is match point for Sinaloa Fury, as it is best 2-3. Did Ronan go by a different name previously? I don't know, but I can ask. Oop, that is not... Where am I typing? Oh god. I don't know where I'm typing. Hold on. I have asked. I will Hydrangea. Oh, it's hydrangea. Okay, that makes so much sense. Oh, sup. Alright, so that's hydrangea. Dibbity says hydrangea was his last name? Or Ronan was his last name? Alright. My cat still wants. Hydrangea was on Philadelphia last season. Yeah. So. No, Hydrangea was, I think, took a bit of time off, but he was on Philadelphia last season. I remember he was, when we on HZ were trading, he was like the player to look out for because he can pop off if you don't pay attention to him. We'll see, we'll see. Alright. Still waiting for map picks to come in. They have played, they can pick a hybrid map or an assault map. We'll see. It is 2-0 here, but Philadelphia Fright have pulled off the infamous reverse sweep once before. They can probably do it again. So, we'll have to see. If they are continuing to pick from the week 4 map pool, which I think they are because I think Weedy actually knows what's up, unlike Charlie, who I don't think quite knows what's going on. In terms of weeks, since we played Busan, which is a week 5 map for the beginning map. But no one said anything, so looks like we're gonna do Blizzard World, which is both week 4 and week 5. So Weedy's gonna pick the best of. Last is in previous name. I understand, Dippy. I was like, Hydrangea is a really interesting last name. That's super cool. All right. We are getting questions for the R's. We'll see. As I scoop another thing of guac with this chip, if it lets me. Waiting on Philadelphia Fright. Just chilling here, I guess. I wonder how London's doing. Guys, it is Pandy who is a player, or it was, I think 2 days ago was his birthday, but it was very recently his birthday. So if you guys want to go over to Ali's stream and wish Pandy a happy birthday, a happy belated birthday, I won't be mad. Homeboy is 25 now, I think, if I remember correctly. So congrats to him. Another year floating around the sun, hopefully many more. Pandy's a very sweet kid. I can say kid because I'm technically older than him, which is sad. It's very sad. I think I'm not the oldest person in this server. That definitely goes to Deadstock. But I am up there. I am very much up there. I don't know. Okay, it's probably Deadstock. Then Rodeo. Who else? Who else in the server is old, guys? Who's ancient? Lau's a baby, I know. Motion's a baby. Dab, I think, is a baby. Dying Binky, I think, is also pretty young. Epi, I think, is young. Ruhei is definitely young. Charlie, I don't know, actually. Scarlet's technically in the server, but she's just kind of AFK, but she is older than me. Stripes, I think, is younger than me. Gluttony, I think, is older than me. Weedy, I think, is younger than me, but that one's a toss-up. Fang's younger than me. Allie, I'm pretty sure is younger than me. Applesauce is younger than me. Amari, Finley. GBS, I think, is older than me. I think. Probably? Maybe. That's a maybe on that one. He might actually be younger than me. Noct? I think Noct is actually younger than me. She might be older, but by a very small amount. I think we're similar ages. We'll see. Let's see. Look at Atlanta players. I think everyone on Atlanta is a baby. Chads. Everyone's very young on Chads. Goats. I don't know those players very well. Houston Handlebars. I'm pretty sure everyone is very young on that team. Same with Kyoto Koi. I think everyone's a baby over there. London Leviathans. Everyone's a baby. Cause I know those players. Shredder's young. Pandy, like I just said, is younger than me. Philadelphia Fright. I think everyone's younger than me on that team. Salem Witches. I think everyone's younger than me. Oh, Explode's on their team. I haven't seen Explode play in a while. Sinaloa Fury. I think you guys are all babies too. So, I know Kahlua and Gon are very young. I don't know it's Josh or Reckless. I actually don't know how old Reckless is. But I think they're all very young. And then it's just Tokyo Tremors, who, I don't know, I'm just going through the general chat list on the side. Is mostly offline, and then all these free agents, and then visitors. Many, many visitors who I'm not going to bother with. But yeah, I'm probably in the top 15 for sure, top 10 maybe oldest person in this server, which is horrifying and just like not great to think about on my brain because I'm an idiot and like I feel like I've been given a large number of children at a virtual daycare and been told to mind them. Admittedly, I don't. I foss that off on the other children who are on council because I'm bad at managing children. That's why I have cats instead of children. Because I don't have to raise you not to be a sociopath. That's a whole commitment when you spawn, is that you have to try and not raise a serial killer. And I honestly don't know that I could do that. I don't know that I'm capable of not raising a serial killer. With a cat, if they like are a serial killer in their mind, like what are they gonna do? They're like 10 pounds. You just yeet them in the other direction. Like, I don't know. I imagine, like, can you imagine having a child, raising this child, and like the police come to your door and they're like, ma'am or sir or whatever. Zer, I forget what the gender, the non-binary, like, ma'am, sir is. So forgive me for that. We were just on the call. We wanted to let you know that your child has murdered several people in a very grotesque way. We won't go into it out of respect, but there are 7 people dead. And then you're like, well, shit. I got like you gotta be like I have fucked up somewhere. Like to have it get that bad, it's gotta be you. I mean, it doesn't gotta be you. There's a lot of research showing that parents have less of an impact on their children than your peers who you're at school with. Like that's more impactful on your personality and your development than your parents because you tend to listen to your peers more than you listen to your parents. Um, but if someone's killed a bunch of people, at that point you've done something probably wrong, like probably very wrong. So, we'll have to see. Like, I don't know. I don't think I'm cut out for child rearing or responsibility over other people. I'm feeding myself literally guacamole and chips for dinner. How am I supposed to feed another? Like, children need to have nutrients. I'm already at the stage of my life where I'm not growing anymore. I'm just dying slowly. I don't need nutrients, really. It's just honestly like I'm kind of in the mood of like let's do this. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Let's this has been fun. Let's start getting a wrap on it. Like I was telling Deadstock the other day, I think it's like at 65, I think I'm just gonna bail on this whole scene. Just like, all I'm out. It's been real. Love this thing called life. Wild ride on this planet Earth, but I would like to not exist anymore, so I'm gonna exit stage left. I think I'll get myself to 65 because I want to have a nice long life and be able to cash in any retirement checks and just like, I don't know, go on a trip to Aruba or something stupid and crazy. Or Egypt. I very much want to go to Egypt. But I'm probably going to do that earlier because I'm very scared that the pyramids and such may not be very permanent. I want to get there and see them. Also want to see the Great Barrier Reef, and that's also disappearing rather fast. So I need to get money, man. I want to travel and do shit, but it all costs money. Money that I don't have. It's tragic. And we are going to go to a pause, it looks like, and a halftime. I am suffering. But after that, we're going to be going to Blizzard World. I forget if I mentioned that we picked Blizzard World, but they did pick Blizzard World. I did, because I mentioned that it's a map on both map pools. So I've said that twice now in a desperate attempt to fill dead air. But it looks like that desperate attempt is about to come to a close, because we got the R from Weedy. So, let's see. We're waiting for Sinaloa to say they're still ready. And it looks like Sinaloa is in fact not still ready because they are not responding to questions in Le Match chat. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. We're getting the ... dots. I don't quite know what that means. With Le ... dots. Hopefully that means they're going to be ready soon. But until then, I think we're just chilling. We're just chilling here. Waiting for the world to end. Oh, looks like we are going to, in fact, get the R. I'm going to wait and see if they do the caster R. There we go. Okay. Know how Charlie operates now. Swap you guys over to this screen. Like I said before, this is match point for Sinaloa Fury, or this is the point at which Philadelphia Fright turns it all around and starts their famous reverse sweep. It's going to happen all on Blizzard World. This is kind of a nice angle. We'll stick around here for a bit while we wait for players to get into the actual map and start picking characters so we can discuss team comps. Take a look-see at what they're planning.
Ready
Alright.
for battle.
We're gonna have the Ryan Azaria double sniper coming out. Never mind, it looks like... No, we're gonna have McCree Hanzo, Haxi MP on the Baptiste Kalua on the Lucio. Meanwhile, we have the Ryan Azaria. Afara? Maybe. Ronin on the McCree doesn't surprise me. Or Hydrangea, as I recently learned. They've been rocking it all night. Miller on the Baptiste, Rabbits on the Lucio. Are we gonna have a naked Pharah here?
5, 4.
No. We're gonna have Hanzo. Alright. Where is defense? Ryan's a little late to the party, so they're gonna have a low ground defense. Looks like Gon is going up to take the high ground, try and get some spam damage on them. Doing some early shield damage there. As the slap fight begins between the two Reinhardts, blows have been exchanged. Young's gonna back off and try and get healed up. Immortality comes out to save him. Immortality goes down. down, and that is not good for Young, who needs that support as a tank. Reckless is going to get the pick onto Weedy, and they're going to chase them all the way back into their spawn. Looks like Reckless does get a little greedy there and is going to get killed by Ronin. Before they move on. No ultimates on either side yet, but we are close to a shatter from Young, as well as a high noon from Reckless. Window from Haxie, if he is ready, is going to come out. It's going to force him to back off. God is going to get the better of Sinister on the high ground, although. Just flashing and fanning, flashing and fanning. Ow! He's on 3 HP. Shatter comes out. That is quite a few people on the ground. Immortality comes out to save them. The Dragon Strike also for the defense. The High Noon also for the defense. Barrier does go down. Is going to kill Weedy with that High Noon. Gone is going to pick onto Young after he gets so low, and that it is just a matter of cleaning up the enemy team. Sinister is going to get
I will lead us to victory.
Reckless, although they have grab shatter for the defense, but both DPS ults were used in that. They almost have beat too if they need it. Meanwhile, for the attackers, we use shatter. We're coming up on wombo combo. Probably not going to have it for another fight. We do have a high noon although to play for. And Ronin has shown that they can be quite capable with these high noons. Barrier is down. Looks like they're going to try and rotate through Dusk Flight here. Are they going all the way around? They going the long way around. They're going to rotate to take defender's position. Looks like the team is smart to this, and they're going to rotate to meet them at this choke. High noon coming out to force an advantage. Kahlua is going down. That is no defensible on the side of the defense. As Immortalities both used, both down. Miller's going to get the pick onto Haxie MP, and Weedy as well as Ronin are going to pick onto Josh. Beat coming out is just insurance to make sure they cap this point. And then that is just going to be clean up.
Time to heal up.
1 minute left. We're going to get dinked up to 3 minutes. Tangled's on line for the defense, as well as a window and a beat. High noon almost there. Probably going to have Dragon Strike soon because of Dragon Strike. There is the wombo combo ready and waiting, and it's going to go off right now. Beat coming out, high noon coming out. The Dragon Strike wasn't there, although. I don't know what happened to Sinister. Did he get picked early? I don't think Weedy knew what happened to Sinister either, given the way he looked back towards his team. What the fuck, man? Where's the dragon?
Hey there.
That's a rip. That's your grab down. I mean, you still have your Dragon Strike left. You can maybe find something off it, but Naked Dragon Strike is much less of a big deal than the previous opportunity. You have shatters on both sides as they push all the way up into the spawn. I mean, they have these DPS on the high ground here. They're back up bit. Gon is going to get the better of Sinister. Grab is going to come out, and that is their Dragon Strike. Immortality is there. It does manage to save them, not for long, although it's going to get the destruct of the Immortality, and that is going to be a team kill there for the Sinaloa. Thus far shown a pretty dominant defense here. See, we do have a shatter from Young. Young has been pretty good about hitting these shatters before. Dragon Strike to get them off the high ground. He knows this other Reinhardt has shatter, so he's trying to play carefully to not get his team shattered. Isn't going to succeed, although. Is going to get two people on the ground. It's Josh pinning Young and going to murder him in the corner. Applesauce and Kahlua helping out with some DPS there as the rest of Philadelphia and Fright quickly retreat into their spawn in the Snacks Ramis. We'll say they only have a high noon to play for. They might get window in the next bit, but probably not fast enough. High noon to play for. High noon on both sides. Window also from Miller, as well as a shatter from Young. They are going to rotate. It looks like they're going to rotate through. Full Rhapsody aroundy.
60 seconds.
They're going to take the defender's position again, which is an advantageous position, but they have ceded the high ground once again, which they did Dragon Strike to try and get them off early. earlier. How are you gonna get to the cart? Oh, they're gonna come up and take the high ground. They're on the high ground now. Gon is gonna get picked onto Ronan in all of these rotations. They're on the cart again. Gon has killed 2. Kalua has killed 1. That is Immortality out. The flash out. And it's looking pretty bad.
30 seconds.
And it is 30 seconds remaining. They have Dragon Strike, High Noon. High Noon getting set up on the high ground too, behind them. This is gonna be pretty good. We'll see if they spot it. It looks like Weedy might see it. Weedy did see. Ronan saw it. Damn. Raz out on both sides. Dragon Strike out, Beat out, Shatter came out, also managed to get several people with that Shatter, get 3 hits off of it, and it looks like Philadelphia Fright in overtime is finally going to manage to break the spawn hold. Going to try and push up and take the high ground, and leave some people on point so that they don't get C9 here. Looks like it's going to be Miller chilling on point. Maybe it's Rabbits. Rabbits? Rabbits is on point. High Noon coming out from Ronan. Beat to ensure they don't die to the High Noon. It's still going to get 2. Waits for the Beat to fade out. Is getting shot in the back, although, by HackCMP. HackCMP does have to dodge. This is a cowboy that can aim. Oh my goodness. And they are almost pushing it close to second in overtime. Philadelphia Fright seems to like the feeling of the pressure and perform best. Flash comes out, Immortality comes out, Window comes out, Window High Noon. Gonna LOS it. Shatter comes out, but it looks like it didn't find much of anything. We do have 2 down, both Weedy and Rabbits down, but it's Josh that's gonna go down. Ronan with 3 there, and it looks like Applesauce is going to get cleaned up there. Oops, it's on cart. Payload has reached the checkpoint. We now have a time bank. We are back to 1 minute and 28 seconds on, 22 seconds on the clock, excuse me. As they're continuing to push it into the last part of Blizzard World. It's looking kind of scary there for a minute. Oh. Showing the enemy out back because we have no fear. When Young is going to get to very low HP and then shield and then try and get healed. This man is still pretty low. 60 seconds remaining. Gon is going to get picked onto Ronan. Immortality coming out to try and save Young. Window coming out. We're going to do a Window Fire Strike. Window Fire Strike does come out. Kill onto Sinister. It's Josh is going to get the better of Young. And then it looks like they're going to go back to their spawn. They are going to want to play for the Wombo combo. They're 90% there. They have the Dragon Strike. And if they can stall it, I don't know if that can be a fight-winning ultimate as it just clears them off point. They aren't going to be fast enough. Shatter does come out from Young, although, and it is big. The Immortality does come out both sides. High Noon, Dragon Strike. Weedy gets 3 kills, but so does the combination of the Dragon, High Noon. Shatter also on the ground. 10 seconds remaining. Sinister is here on the Tracer, is going to whiff the Pulse Bomb and then die to Reckless. Gon coming back on the Soldier. The Wrecking Ball is here. Wrecking Ball is moved. Young is here. Beat from Kalua. Kalua is in the pit. Rabbit's Warrior just managed to get the boop kill on to Reckless. We're going to try for it again with that steady beat. Ronan is going to get 2 with the High Noon. And they're going to continue to push in over time. Miller coming back on the Ana too, off the Baptiste. Makes sense with a little more divey tanks. The Ana's probably better. Also, the Nano boost is just extremely good.
Bad guys. Heads up.
Also have Weedy coming out on the Diva. Weedy's very low, forced to back off and try and get a little bit of healing. That is Ronan going down to Applesauce as well as the rest of the tanks. High Noon. There's not enough EM for it, although. Is going to get D-Mac. Young is also going to get killed, and that is going to be them pushed off of point. That is a very, considering how bad it looked, on point A, I'm impressed. They almost got the completion on this map. Like, that is not a bad show, Philadelphia. But let's see if Sinaloa can do better. both these teams seem to excel at attacking. I just think Sinaloa thus far has had a little bit of a better defense. So, we'll have to see how this goes. Let's see what they decide to do for the defense. Are they going to go back to another... So they did double shield for a split second, but no, they're going to be... Weedy's actually going to take over on the Reinhardt. Young going to swap onto the Diva. Sinister thinking about the Echo, but not quite sure. Ronan on the McCree. Miller on the Baptiste. Rabbits on the Lucio. And then it looks like for the attack we got the Rhine. Zarya gone on the Hanzo. Reckless on the McCree. Hax EMP on the Baptiste. And Kahlua on the Lucio. Interesting. Hi, Cat. I see you. I just don't care.
Hey.
Yeah.
Check this out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright. Looks like they're going to try and set up for a high ground defense. Never mind, the Griffin's going to get the better of them. Fire Strike is going to go out, not going to find much of anything. Meanwhile, it's Josh. Also not going to find much of anything. The DM is good. Looks like they're going to rotate to meet them on high ground. Applesauce coming up there. Gon's going to get the pick onto Rabbit Warriors. That's already one down for the defense. They get booped off of the high ground. That's not great. Young trying to contest, but is going to get demeched there. Cleaned up by Hax EMP. Reckless is going to find Sinister on the Echo, and the pin is going to clean up Weedy. And then it looks like that is a very fast attack coming out from Sinaloa. Sinister immediately swapping off the Echo onto the Hanzo. He's getting pretty close to a window here from Hax EMP. Have a pretty nice lead from It's Josh on the Earth Shatter. Gon is going to get another pick onto Ronan. Another 5v6, very good for Sinaloa. Is going to have her, Queenie's going to get the better of It's Josh. Applesauce did the D-Mech onto Young, although before they left, Sinister's going to get the finally get the pick onto Gon, get him off of that little weird turret thing from StarCraft. However, Sinaloa is still going to continue to push the cart as Applesauce tries to do some fancy acrobatics, pulls him off finally. It's taking a lot of time just to come up here and find out there's a Hanzo here. He's going to manage to chase the Hanzo off and then just chuck right clicks and then decides this maybe isn't a good position. In fact, he's going to go back down. Shatter comes out from Weedy. I don't think that hits anyone. It's going to immediately die to the window. Both immortalities down. Reckless also getting the pick on to Ronan. Miller got the pick onto Gon, but It's Josh is just rolling on through the rest of the team. And this is looking, we have 4 ultimates, including Wombo Combo. I don't know if, well, Wombo Combo is quite far away. We'll see if they get out here to contest. They almost have a Dragon Strike. They do have a High Noon here. Payload reaches the checkpoint, not quite fast enough. It is now 3rd phase of this map. The golden box is in sight off to the slight right from It's Josh's perspective as they push through up to the tower. Well, Philadelphia backs off and tries to get the full regroup with their team. I mean, they gotta know that there's a combo in play. They do have beat for it, but... And they have the DM. That may be why they swapped to the Divas to try and... Dragon Strike does come out. It does manage to split the team. Sinister does get the pick onto Reckless. Grab does come out. Beat comes out as well as Immortality. Is only going to find one pick. The Immortality didn't die quite fast enough, but Weedy still is going to go down to It's Josh. Shatter comes out. It's going to find one. Miller is going to go down. And that is Young D. Met. Ronan cleaned up by Hax EMP. Last push. We still have a High Noon for when they try to contest, as well as a window here. Let's stick with Reckless and see. I'm guessing they're going to High Noon when they try to get the point. Double windows coming out. This man's getting dangerous, so forced to go out and get a health pack. Beat coming out. Shatter from Weedy is not going to find much of anything. High Noon from Ronan also. Ronan just managed to find It's Josh. Meanwhile, Reckless finds nothing with the Shatter. Is going to get cleaned up by Sinister. And it looks like Philadelphia Fright managed to stop the push finally here at right before the very end. Needs to go 0.5 meters. Gon managed to get Miller, although, but Weedy cleaned up Gon. I mean, I don't think they're going to be able to push fast enough to get value off of that pick, but it's still a nice pick, so I'll charge for them. Reckless going over to the Sombra. Young going to chuck in the Diva Bomb. Isn't going to find much of anything with the Diva Bomb, but is forcing them into this tiny room. But Weedy is getting dangerously low here. Immortality comes out to try and save them. Immortality comes out for Sinaloa as well. Dawn is getting picked onto Sinister. And then picked onto Josh. And it looks like Sinaloa is rebuffed once again. They have combo again. This has been how they've been winning fights, is this combo. There is no beat on the side of Philadelphia Fright. Dragon Strike comes out, however, from Sinister. Isn't going to find much of anything, but is going to use resources. Reckless does manage to get the pick on Weedy. Shatter, High Noon, Window, Dragon Strike. The beat just in time for Rabbits. That was clutch. That beat was just in time. Managed to save them from the grab dragon. Sinister getting the pick onto Applesauce. As they desperately try to hold here. Man is on speed when he could be on healing since they're just staying on point. It is going to be a double kill. He's on healing now. We're good. We're good. We're good. They continue to hold. They still have to hold for another 2 minutes and 40 seconds, although. Young gonna do a bit of a tactical reset there. They have a High Noon on a beat on the beat and beat on the side of Sinaloa. Meanwhile, they do have the Shatter and the Dragon Strike on the side. Man says he needs healing with full health. Let me tell you, as a support player, nothing pisses me off more than that. Sweetie's gonna go for the Shatter, not gonna manage to find anything. Beat comes out for Sinaloa. Dragon Strike to try and split the team. Is not going to find anything, but is going to force out the Immortality. However, Weedy got Dangerous Look, is going to go down. I don't have a little lost. Ronan just got 2 High Noon picks. He's kind of stuck in this room, man. Is he gonna get the pick? Sinaloa is still in this. Both DPS coming around back. Miller is down here, and everyone's dangerously low. Wrecking Ball is coming out. Young on Wrecking Ball. Weedy is back here. Did manage to get the pick onto Reckless. Applesauce, however, is just cleaning up. They haven't managed to contain this. It's Josh is back, and Weedy is dead. And it's just Young here on point. He's dangerously low health. He is going to get cleaned up. Is anyone going to be able to touch? And that is not the case.
Victory.
And Sinaloa is going to take this in a 3-0 victory. But that was a very close game. Very 2 close maps before that, too. Gone has been doing very well on the Hanzo all night. Getting a lot of really key picks, but the ultimate thing that this team was playing for was the Wombo combo. Like, Grab Dragon is just so incredibly good that it is hard to deal with. Alright. Wrong score. Let me update Sinaloa score to reflect the justly earned victory. Alright. All really close maps. GG's to Sinaloa Fury as well as Philadelphia Fright. Good game from both teams. Anyways, that was a quickie. I think I've been biased because I've had a lot of long games recently, but it wasn't. It was an hour and a half, pretty much. Maybe a little less because I think we started at 5:10. Anyways, thank you all for joining me tonight. Hopefully you all had fun, and we didn't have too many pauses, so it's a pretty good game, I will catch y'all next week as we continue to cast these MOWL games. Night, y'all!